men are fentanyl, they are always over there. So I don't know how whatever criteria they use to categorize African countries as unsafe. Dear South Africans, I've done Dear South African videos, I think close to 6 of them since last year. And this is always to just appreciate and encourage my South African people because, from the motherland. So, for those who really know South African history and in the recent years, you know that South Africans have had a rough path. Yes, considering they crossed paths with the USA, the United States, especially the Trump administration, and we've had so many sanctions, so many trade deals closed and all that. So despite travel warnings from Canada, USA, and China, South Africa records historic 10.5 million visits in 2025. Remember, in 2025, a lot happened in South Africa. If you're following the Dudula movement, you saw what happened. We saw South Africans trying to protect their borders against foreign individuals who entered the country illegally, or foreign immigrants, illegal immigrants, as you may call them. And also the issue of white settlers in South Africa. We've seen a lot happen, and Trump coming in and saying, oh, this and that, Israel, all this. We saw Palestinians being flown into South Africa without even the South African government being notified of it. And a lot just happened last year. But despite all that, South Africa remains resilient and strong, trust me. And when it comes to tourism, they are doing some good numbers. They did 10.5 million visitations in 2025 alone. South Africa welcomed a record of 10.5 million international visitors in 2025, surpassing the pre-pandemic levels despite travel warnings from the USA, China, and Canada. The tourism sector now contributes nearly 9% to the country's GDP and sustains 1.8 million direct and indirect jobs, highlighting its vital economic role. 9% is huge. Trust me, 9% is a good number. Zimbabwe led the influx of our visitors, with regional travel from SADC countries accounting for the vast majority of arrivals, while Russian tourism saw the fastest growth. While overall numbers soared, arrivals from the US and Canada dipped following advisory warnings, of course, about crime and safety, contrasting with the European and African growth. Listen, the Western world, according to me personally, is delusional at this point, because they keep telling us Africa is not safe, Africa is not this, but gun violence is led by the highest numbers of gun violence are in America. The highest numbers of abductions or whatever, they are always over there. Fights, all that, they are always over there. It's just ironic, according to me. So South Africa has remained resilient, and I thank God for that. I thank them for that, because it's always a matter of choice. Yes, it's always a matter of a personal choice, whether to go the right way or with the wind. You know, despite the threats, despite whatever, and all that, South Africa is just another amazing country. Countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, Tanzania need to emulate this they need to emulate South Africa because it's by far one of the most developed countries on the continent. And I think in the coming few years, it's going to be a reckoning power player when it comes to geopolitics and all that. My name is Mojoski E, and thank you for having me. God bless you.